Today, we are talking the grapevine versus the root. Who's right? Who's wrong? Well, I'm here to set the record straight and to give y'all a little bit of information so y'all can stop falling for this okie doke. I'm Trezanay, and this is I'm Just Saying. So, last Tuesday, the grapevine posted a tweet coming for the root. Here's a picture of the screenshot and the tweet right here. So, the tweet, which features a screen capture of a clip of its show being shown in a video hosted on the root's YouTube channel. The quote says, "Here it is on YouTube, and this video is monetized. You didn't even give us credit in your description. How are we splitting this revenue?" For those who don't know, The Grapevine did a full episode on the issue of cultural appropriation as it relates to the music artist Bruno Mars. This episode went viral as a direct result of The Grapevine's decision to pull a 2-minute hot take clip from its own episode, which featured a very controversial but firm position from one of its panel members. That clip went viral, and as a result, it ushered in a national, and by national I mean mainstream, discussion on this topic, making the issue of Bruno Mars and cultural appropriation headline news covered by a number of media outlets. So, The Root, which is a digital news media outlet, decided to cover the news story as well, which leads me back to The Grapevine's tweet. The Grapevine accused The Root of doing 4 things. 1, not asking for permission to use this video clip. 2, not paying them for use of the clip. 3, complaining of removal of their watermark. And lastly, not crediting The Grapevine in the description area of The Root's YouTube video. All right, let's start with the case for the plaintiff, Grapevine TV. Here's the deal, Grapevine. You cut the clip, okay? You made the clip and you made this topic news. And you enjoyed that coverage, yes? Of course you did, because it made your clip go viral and significantly increased the views on the full episode, and you got interviews to highlight your organization and increase your likes, your subscribes, and your follows, which is precisely the effect that you wanted. Kudos. Nevertheless, remember that it is you who made your clip and the topic national news. The key word here is news. Which leads me to one of my favorite subjects in the law, the doctrine of fair use. Fair use is a doctrine that allows for brief excerpts of copyright material to be lifted verbatim for purposes such as criticism, commentary, and news reporting without the need for permission from or payment to the copyright holder. Let me repeat that. Fair use is a well-established body of law that's been around since forever that allows news outlets to lift copyright material of someone else verbatim for things like criticism, commentary, and reporting on news without having to ask you for permission or pay you for a darn thing. Now, I hear some of y'all saying, well, Huffington Post and Teen Vogue asked for permission. Why didn't The Root? Well, hate to break the news to you, but they did it as a professional courtesy because they know that novices in the area of journalism, such as yourself, might not understand this area of law, and getting your permission in writing is easier road than having to deal with frivolous legal claims and Twitter dragging after the fact. But at the end of the day, legally, they didn't ask for your permission to use this clip to report the news. Now, they did have to give you credit, though, for the clip, but not for legal reasons, but rather to abide by an ethics rule in journalism, which is the avoidance of plagiarism. But let's be real clear, attribution, which is the act of citing the source of material,
isn't a legal issue, and that is also well established in the law. It's simply an ethical issue. Don't debate me on this. Don't at me on that, okay? I got a viral blog post on this because, unfortunately, this issue of copyright infringement versus plagiarism versus fair use keeps coming up amongst black folks on this here Twitter. All this now, though, leads me to discuss the case of the defendant, The Root. Now, The Root, as a news media outlet, it has the right to report news and use clips, such as the one the Grapevine cut, and distribute it itself to report that news. And despite what facts the Grapevine has said in connection with The Root's use of this clip, that is exactly what The Root did. Here's what actually occurred. The Root did an approximately 3-minute news report providing its own commentary and criticism on the issue of Bruno Mars and cultural appropriation. It told a full story and gave a full analysis and alternative positions on this issue involving the conversations of those who garnered national attention. And since the Grapevine was a part of the conversation, it used a mere 10 seconds of the Grapevine clip. Why don't you run this clip so you can show everybody what it is?
And at the 2018 Grammys, he took home 6 of the music industry's top honors. But lately, a renowned musician has reduced Mars to karaoke?
The shade continues.
He's a wedding singer. He's the person you hire to do Michael Jackson and Prince covers. Yet Bruno Mars has an Album of the Year Grammy and Prince never won an Album of the Year.
Wow.
Ooh, that was harsh.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, 10 seconds. I don't think you got that from how carefully crafted the Grapevine screen capture and tweet was. And that is why so many of y'all on Twitter fell for this okie doke. Contrary to what the Grapevine may have led you to believe, the source of the clip is in the left-hand corner, which clearly says Grapevine TV, and which amounts to proper attribution of the source of the clip. There was no need to list the Grapevine in the description of the Roots video, because heck, the clip wasn't even the full focus of the video. The clip was an incredibly brief excerpt used to showcase the shade that was being thrown Bruno Mars's way, which is what made folks make this news. Matter of fact, if you actually take time to watch the entire video for The Root, you'll see that every single video clip used by The Roots credits the source of that video content, including the Grapevine. This, dear Grapevine, is the cost of doing business when you go viral and you become news. Judgment for The Root for proper usage of copyright material of others via the fair use doctrine. But in dicta, if you will, I would like to say shame on you, Grapevine TV, for being misleading in your tweet about how The Root used your content. You are clearly credited as the source of the clip, and your screen capture was highly misleading for Twitter users, and strategically so, making it seem like the 3-minute video that The Root embodied the entire 2-minute clip you circulated. Shame on you for invoking use of the Twitter do your thing to have The Root dragged and cause them to lose followers as a result of you misleading them, and if I might say, maliciously so, about the situation. Next time, consult your IP lawyer before going public. And 2, use the tools YouTube has for DMCA claims. Why would you have your hive do your dirty work? It's not really a good business move, and it certainly isn't a good look. Your novice and your ego is showing. I'm Trezanay. You can at me at Trezanay on all social media platforms. You like what I said? Let me know. You don't like what I said? Let me know. But in either case, come with the facts, because anything less is simply your uninformed opinion. I'm Trezanay, and you've just watched I'm Just Saying.